ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। 15 पृथगानयनं कर्तुं धीमतापि न शक्यते। अतो नृतो घटो नैव सत्य इत्यभ्युपेयताम्। So from the mud, a pot which is distinct from the mud or different from the mud cannot be produced even by a very intelligent person or a skillful person. So we have to accept that this pot is vacha eva arabhyate. It's only at the tip of your tongue. It's only expression of words, and how the mud, without undergoing any transformation whatsoever in itself, appears like the pot. That's called vivarta. So atha, therefore, ghataha anritaha is something that is false. Na eva satyaha. So what is anritaha, what is satya will be seen now. Definition: that which is all the time there is satya. That which was not earlier is not going to be there later. In between appears to be there is false, will be defined afterwards. So sat ghataha na eva satyaha iti abhyupeyatam. May it be accepted that way. Now the distinction between what the Tarkika has to say and Vedanta has to say about the cause-effect relationship, karana, karya karana topic, about that what they have to say is now that contrast is told in terms of contrast between these two. Samavayastvaya prokta aropam brumahe vayam. Sthanavaropitascoro yatha mrudi ghatastatha. Tvaya samavayaha proktaha. Vayam aropam brumahe. Vayam aropam brumahe. Yatha sthanau choraha aropitaha. Yatha sthanau choraha aropitaha. Tatha mrudi ghataha, again aropitaha. Tatha mrudi ghataha aropitaha. This is the contrast between what Tarkika has to say and what Vedanta proposes. Tvaya, by you. Who is this you? Tarkika. Tvaya Tarkikena, by you the Tarkikas. What has been said? Samavayaha proktaha. You have described this cause-effect relationship between mud and the pot as what? Samavaya. Again, what is samavaya? Inseparable existence of pot in the mud, but which pot? Pot which is distinct from the mud. That is important. So, inseparable existence of a pot in the mud, but that pot is distinct from the mud. This is what you say, samavaya. Is it difficult? Yes. Up to 25th stanza you have rough weather, okay. Afterwards it may not be that much. So up to that, a little arguments, etc. of that. So only samavaya was inseparable existence. But what is there? These two are different things. The pot is something different from the mud. There the problem lies, that's all. So, Tvaya Samavayaha Prokta. What Vedanta says? Vayam, we, means who? Vedanta. Vedanti, Vayam. Aropam Brumahe. What is speak about? This means what we present this cause-effect relationship between mud and its pot is Aropam. What is called as superimposition, Adhyasa. So, Aropa or Adhyasa, superimposition. Like a snake being superimposed on the rope. Another example is given, Sthanau Choraha. So, Sthanu Purusha or Sthanau Choraha. So, Vayam Aropam Brumahe. So, we speak of, that is superimposition. Superimposition means false attribution. Truly not there, but appears to be there. Like snake is not there in the rope, but appears to be there. A thief is not there in the post, but appears to be there. So like that, Adhyasa or Adhyaropa, Aropa, Adhyaropa, Adhyasa, you have to say superimposition or false attribution. For example, another example can be little different type of example. A crystal in the presence of a red hibiscus flower. Hibiscus flower, generally red, other varieties also are there. Now crystal appears to be red. Crystal appears to be red. On account of what? Flower. Now, has the crystal red color? Crystal is always colorless. It appears to assume the color, whatever that is in its proximity. Suppose a red, on a blue cloth, if the crystal is kept, it appears as blue. But how will you find out that the crystal is free from color? Suppose you don't know. A child doesn't know, let us say. You know, of course. Child doesn't know that the crystal is colorless. How will you make the child understand that the crystal is colorless? Separate the crystal from the cloth or the flower. Take the flower. Now suppose there is a cloth, blue cloth is there, you have kept the crystal, you lifted and showed, see colorless. Again you kept there, what happened? Color is there or not? Yes, but the child knows it is not truly the color of the crystal, it is because something else, depending on the maturity of the child. So, but here, a Rajju being mistaken as a snake, once you see the rope, afterwards, there is no appearance of snake. Also here that Sthanau Choraha, a stump of a tree or a post mistaken as a thief. In the light, when you see the post, there is no thief. More about that you will get in Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Sara in technical terms. I hope it is coming in this. Oh, yeah. This is what is called as Brahma, an erroneous notion. Two types of erroneous notions are there. One is Sopadhika Brahma and other is Nirupadhika Brahma. Now, a rope appearing as snake is Nirupadhika Brahma. What do you mean by Nirupadhika Brahma? Wherein, if you see the basis, the adhisthana, the rope, afterwards what? The Brahma is gone. Error is gone. Again, the snake will not be seen. If a post is mistaken for a thief or a man, once you see the post, the deluded what? The one that is superimposed thief or a person goes. But wherein a crystal and the red flower is there, even if you know that the crystal is colorless, the color still persists. Why? That flower serves as upadhi. Even if you know the basis that adhisthana is free from that, so long as that is there, what is that? The colorful flower is there, the crystal appears to be having the color. So here, that is called sopadhika brahma. Upadhi, that is with upadhi. That which is with the upadhi. So long as upadhi is there, it continues to be there. That is our problem. Atma is always there. Chaitanya is always there. But so long as Indriya, Mana, Upadhi is there, Jagat is present. That is why all these preparations necessary to equip the mind, make it such a way that it withdraws itself from all the cognition of the world. What remains is what? Chaitanya Swarupa Atma. Once that is clear, Atma Swarupa is clear, like that crystal being lifted from the cloth, afterwards kept, what happens? It does appear as blue, but you know for certain what is that? The crystal has no. So also my Swarupa is what? Free from this. But due to again the Upadhi being continued, the perceptible world is bound to be there. For that, Nididhyasana is recommended by repeatedly dwelling on the Swarupa. That means the knowledge is so thorough, the mind abides so firmly, the nishtha of the knowledge is so that in spite of the person, the world, you can appreciate the false nature of the world. That is why to get rid of deha tadatmya, even after knowledge, what is required is nididhyasana. This is not required in any other errors. Once you know that crystal is colorless, that's end of it. You need not repeatedly what? Crystal is colorless, crystal is colorless, crystal is colorless. You need not dwell on that. But here, like that beggar, yesterday, I am Karodapati, not a beggar. I am Karodapati, not a beggar. I am Karodapati, not a beggar. So therefore, repeatedly, Atma Swarupa Anusandhana must be there. The final aim of Nididhyasana or meditation in Vedanta is to make the mind abide in Atma Swarupa, true to its nature. Otherwise, mind is always in Atma. When the mind is away from Atma, in and through all our experiences in life, without a fractional second missing, it is in Atma only. But what we get is a distorted version of Chaitanya Rupa Atma with all the attributes of what we experience. So that's why inquiry is required. Inquiry. All sadhanas are meant to prepare the mind. Various types of sadhanas are given to suit to the different temperaments, so one can take. But finally, directly or indirectly, they are aimed at preparing the mind in such a way that it is calm and composed, it is steady, ekagrata is there. With that, Atmanusandhana has to be taken too. Before that, Shravana, inquiry, self-inquiry. What is I? That inquiry is indispensable. So that being the case here. So, Aropa. So, Aropa, this is Sopadhika Brahma, Nirupadhika Brahma means where Sopadhika Brahma, where the Adhisthana Jnana is there, still the Brahma appears to be there. He knows, means Brahma appears, appearance is there, but he knows what the truth is. In Nirupadhika Brahma, the moment you get the knowledge of Adhisthana, the Brahma is not, appearance also goes. Like mirage water. Mirage water, even if you know that it is not the water, still the appearance continues. So that is how it is. So what we are facing is which Brahma? Sopadhika Brahma. Because now you are exposed to Vedanta. Let me get rid of this. What? Upadhi. What will you do? Go to Wilson Point and jump below. Or Bombay, and catch a running train, or below the running train. Physical body will be out, but what will continue? Suksha Sharira continue. And Suksha Sharira continues means what will happen? It will order a fresh embodiment. Not only fresh embodiment. Already the balance is there, residual balance is there. Nobody is supposed to interfere with the prarabdha karma. Nobody is supposed to interfere with the prarabdha karma. It has to be accounted. If somebody interferes in terms of, what is interference? Suicide. In terms of also homicide. Interferes, it has to be accounted afterwards. No freedom from that. Anyway, so here we say aropa, so for which an illustration is being given. Means aropa means truly not there but appears to be there. Yatha, how an illustration is? Yatha sthanau choraha aropitaha. You know this famous example. In darkness, not pitch darkness, some darkness was there. A post or a stump of a tree is mistaken as what? A thief. So somebody in there. So if you bring the light and see, it is a post or a stump of a tree. So choraha, aropitaha, superimposed or falsely attributed. Now when the thief is superimposed or falsely attributed to the post or the tree, does the post or the tree undergo any change whatsoever? Means what happened? The post, without changing itself, got transformed as it were in a thief. Where? In your mind. There is nothing like change, no change there at all. So it they say, yatha tatha, yatha sthanau, in the post, choraha, a thief, aropitaha, superimposed, tatha, in the same manner, mrudi, ghataha, aropita. In the mud, what is superimposed is a pot. Mud has not undergone any change whatsoever, but appears like the pot. See, all this, don't think this is being discussed for no, without any purpose. Finally, we are arriving what? Sat, Brahma, like mud, mrid, and Jagat is like the Ghata. So that is that going to be arrived at. So what you mean by, see, in 15, Andrita and Satya was told. What is that Satya? That Ghataha, that is Ghataha, Satyaha, and what is, no, Ghataha, Andritaha, na Satyaha, iti, that is, iti abhyupeyatam. What do you mean by Satya? From, if you know that, what is Andrita also can be, that means verified. This is what Satya is. Generally, Satya, true means what? Means Vyavahara. Speaking something, etc., as seen or as experienced, that is Satya. So here, the technical term, Paribhashika Shabda, Satya means that which exists all along without any change whatsoever. However, here, Mrudha and the Ghata example, relatively, we have to take the definition. Aropat purvam urdhvam cha tadbhavad tadabhavad satyata. Adavante cha yannasti vartamane manepi tattata. Aropat purvam urdhvam cha tadabhavat, add tasya asatyata. Tasya, if you want, tasya ghatasya. Tasya ghatasya asatyata. Yat adavante cha nasti tat vartamanepi tatha, add syat. Yat Adavante cha nasti tat vartamanepi tatha adsya. Aropat purvam urdhvam cha tadabhava. Aropat purvam, before superimposition. Superimposition means before the pot was superimposed on the mud, means before producing the pot. So aropat purvam. Urdhvam cha, afterwards pot is broken. See, look, why Vedanta takes the example of mud pot only, not metal vessel. Because that illustration must be useful. Because mud pot gets broken, that is also required there. So that is also required. If metal this is, you have to what you have to do? You have to take that metal saw and then cut. That example will not easily work as such. This is nothing, you just throw it, it will get broken as such. So that also is required. So pot is broken. Is there pot now? That form, etc. No, pot is gone. What remains there? Mud? No. Not so. In terms of the pieces, the further the word is kapala, not this kapala, not the forehead. Kapala. Sanskrit word is kapala. Kapalaha. They say these pieces. When these pieces, if you pound and pulverize, what will happen? Mud will come. So that also. You don't say mud. You can what? Vyavahara. After Vedanta, you may say mud. That is different thing. But otherwise, you say this is pot. These are the pieces of the broken pot. You say. So like that, kapala, ghata, adi. Even kapala also is what? The piece also is production of what? Mud only. So, but in reality, what it is? Mud. No, it is not. Pieces is what? Anruta. So in reality, it is what? Mud only. So therefore, aropat purvam. Before this pot was superimposed on the mud, and also urdhvam later. What happened? The pot got broken. The ghata aropa seized. It is no more there. Urdhvam later. Tadabhava. Urdhvam cha. Between that is before and after the pot. That is before the creation of the pot, after the destruction of the pot. This is tadabhava. Tadabhava means tasya ghatasya abhava. The pot was not before there, before it was created. It is not there after it got destroyed. Abhava, because of the absence. Asatyata. It has got, that pot has got, asatyatva means mithyatva, status of being false. The pot has got the status of being false, means the pot is false. Why? Before it was not there, after it was not there. So why? Satya means it should fulfill the condition, it should be there all along. Therefore it says, now the rule. Yat adavante cha na asti. That which is not in the beginning, before means before it got created or born. Ante cha, after end means at the end means after it got destroyed. Whatever that is not there, such a thing. Tat vartamanepi. The present means that which was not in the past beginning, that which is not in the future at the end after getting destroyed. Vartamanepi, in the present means it should not be taken past, present, future. Vartamane means during its period of existence. So long as the pot appears to be there, that is Vartamana. During its period of existence as pot, that pot is what? Tatha. Tatha means nasti eva. Truly not there at all. Except your word called the pot is not there. When you take the ornaments to the gold, ornaments to the goldsmith, so what that goldsmith sees? See, a person was somehow lost money, etc., and started selling the things. And everything he sold, all ornaments, etc., finally there was a wedding ring was there. And the poor fellow had no alternative even to sell. He went to the goldsmith. And Goldsmith quoted the price. He said, how come? This is my wedding ring. So, this is my wedding ring. Other things, okay. So, because it has got special attachment value for this person. Or otherwise, let us say, this fellow had got in the house statues of what? Gold. Very rich person. It happens. In olden days, it happened. Now, economic recession, no. It can happen. Anyway, so therefore, he went. Other things he sold. But he went Hanumanji ka statue. And he was a great bhakta of Hanuman. But the circumstances were such that he had to sell it. And he went, he said, the goldsmith quoted the same price. He said, what? Hanumanji? Hanumanji. Goldsmith doesn't see Hanumanji. If he says Hanumanji and Krishna, Rama, etc., he will be pauper afterwards. So therefore, he will see only the gold as such. So therefore, whether pot was not there, mud was there, pot is there, the reality standpoint, it is mud only, it is broken, chips, it is only what? Mud only. So therefore, that which is not in the beginning means before it was produced. That which is not at the end means the after destruction. Vartamane, in its period of existence. Tatha, it is so means what? Nasti eva. Tatha sat means it is not there at all. Have you come across this second line anywhere? Mandukya Karika. Adavante jayannasti vartamanepi tattata. This is a rule. That is. So now, this is the rule applied to the Drishtanta. So that the mud and the pot. What is the status of mud? Is it Andrita? Now say, from this you can get what is Andrita. What is Andrita now? Asatyata. That which is, what is Satya now? See, we got the definition of what? Andrita, which is Asatya, Mithya, false. What is the definition of Satya now based on this? Which is all along there without any change. That is what is Satyam. That is what Trikale api tishtati iti sat. Trikale api tishtati iti sat. Trikala abadhita. That which is not denied, not negated, that which doesn't get destroyed at all periods of time, that is what is called as what? Satyam. And which is not so, in between appears to be there, that is what? Mithya. So therefore, we should keep in mind these definitions very clearly. Otherwise, those people who don't care to know these terminologies, they accuse Vedanta. When they say Vedanta says that world is false. How can these people say world is false? Don't you experience? Ask this fellow, go and hit the head against the wall, he will understand. Then the wall is real. This is what these people say. Otherwise, see, these people say that world is false. 12 o'clock, when this fellow is negotiating with rotis and that, then the rotis become real for this fellow. This is generally the accusation against the Vedanta, not knowing what is meant by Satya and what is meant by Mithya. Mithya, Andrita, false, we don't mean it doesn't present the experience. But you only can verify. Tell me, in dream, have you got experience or not? Do you take the dream to be real? Why? Before you dreamt, it was not there. After the dream ended, it is not there. In between appeared to be there. Experience was there or not? Only it was experience. You don't say it to be real. Same thing. Only the world is experienced. That doesn't mean that it is real. Why you say it is false? It is not all along. Take the body. Body, now tell me. Exercise for you. Body is Satya or Andrita Satya? Andrita. Why? Huh? Before it was born, it was not there. After, Swamiji, don't speak such abhadra. Don't worry. Take somebody else's body, okay? You have got perfect detachment. So, after the death, it is not going to be there. In between the birthday and date of death, it is going to be there. Satya or Anruta? Anruta. It is what? That is what it is. So, experience-wise, can we deny the body? Otherwise, we will not be here at Mahabaleshwar at all. Is it not? So, therefore, so that these terminologies should be understood properly. Nowadays, freedom of speech is there for everyone. No? Anybody can say anything and just get away with that. That is what is happening in the newspapers. You can say anything about anyone and get away. The public memory is short-lived. That's all. They want, this mass media wants only anything and everything about anyone and everyone and get away with that. That's it. So, asatyata. So, that is what? The body is false. From this standpoint. So, that's why it should, what Vedanta has to say. That's why, because other things are there. Why? See, finally in all spiritual sadhanas, the main sadhana about 65 to 75% is inquiry. And rest all, japa, tapa, puja, patha, karma, all are 25%. And all this 25% is meant to prepare the mind to take to, that should be understood. Depending on the stage of evolution of the seeker, different sadhanas gain the importance. In our Shastras also, we find at certain places, certain sadhanas are held in high esteem in comparison with the others. You know, you should know that. Context should be known. To whom it is addressed. The person to whom it is addressed is fit for this and therefore it is praised. So that the person should take to that. This is what is called as Arthavada. Arthavada can be either praise or censure. This person should be persuaded not to take to all these things. So therefore what? It is highly criticized, like a magnified thing, yes, or he should be enthused to take to this sadhana. That sadhana is what? Praise like that. Even other things are what? As a secondary, as if they are presented. But the truth is what is called. That's why Vedanta, when it comes, Shastras, when it comes, analysis, mimamsa is required. So at times, no, bhakti and jnana, we do get in the Shastra, at times bhakti is praised to the exclusion of jnana. Other times jnana is praised, bhakti is not there. Truly, what is the relation? Bhakti is the antaranga sadhana for the jnana. The problem is bhakti and jnana, these two words are used in two distinct senses. Bhakti is para-bhakti, apara-bhakti. Jnana is aparoksha jnana, paroksha jnana. Para-bhakti, apara-bhakti cannot be compared. Both are one and the same. Labels are different. A person who has got para-bhakti says everything is nothing but what? Bhagavad Sarupa, like gopis. They had the para-bhakti. In fact, gopis bhakti can be only ideal. It is very, very difficult to get it. That's what it is. So one can strive for that. That is what is there. It is very, very difficult because they were so absorbed. Other one is knowledge also. Aparoksha jnana, paroksha jnana. Aparoksha jnana, where direct cognition is there, is same as what? Para-bhakti. Only thing is that label is Atma, Brahma as such, not Bhagavad Sarupa. Paroksha jnana is second-hand information at the lower level, like what? Apara bhakti, where sadhana bhakti is there. Navavidha bhakti comes under the sadhana bhakti, the means to reach the para bhakti. So when the Shastra, see, look, para bhakti and aparoksha jnana cannot be compared, both are one and the same. Whereas these two are what lower level. So when the comparison appears in the Shastra, suppose bhakti is presented superior to knowledge, jnana, we should know bhakti is what is referred there is para bhakti, jnana referred to is what? Paroksha jnana. If knowledge is presented as superior to bhakti, we should know that knowledge, jnana is what? Aparoksha jnana, and bhakti is what? Sadhana bhakti or apara bhakti. So this should be understood properly. There is no dispute between the word jnana and bhakti at all. Only people who don't know what is jnana and who don't know what is bhakti, they only can go on quarreling perennially. This dispute is going on. So not knowing what the truth is. So that in the case. So finally what happens? Inquiry is the main sadhana, rest the means to prepare the mind to take to inquiry. So generally problem means what happens? To the majority Vedanta means Aspro has to it is headache. It's like a castor oil. I think nowadays castor oil is not a big thing. I think castor oil is not used at all, I believe, nowadays. Different sweet purgatives have come. Olden days, castor oil had to be taken big battle to take the castor. So like that, to majority Vedanta becomes like a castor oil. So that should be. So it has to be. That is how it is. Many times it happens. It is wrong. Means not properly presented. Also confusion also do come. But and also it needs certain disposition. Now what is satya? What is asatya? Andrita we have seen in general. Now applying to Mrudghata Drishtanta. Kalatrayanugasthanu satyo mrucya tathekshatam. Satyandrute cha mithuni krutya kumbha itiryate. Kalatrayanugaha sthanuhu satyaha tatha mrucya ikshatam. Satyandrute cha mithuni krutya kumbha iti iryate. That's illustration. Sthanu chora. Kalatrayanugaha sthanuhu. The sthanu, the post is what? Kalatrayanugaha means that which is existence in the three periods of time, past, present and future. So that is existent in past, present and future. Kalatrayanugaha. Anugaha means the one who follows or one who continues. The post continues in the past means what is that past? Before the chora was seen. Present when the chora is being seen. And future means when the chora means by light we have seen the post and no more the thief. It continues. That's what Kalatrayanuga sthanuhu. Similarly. And therefore is what? Satyaha. That sthanuhu satyaha. True. Why? That is Trikale api tishtati. What you have seen? Trikale api tishtati. That exists in all periods of time. Tatha means like the sthanu, the post. Mrucya ikshata. May you observe or know the mrud also, mud also is so. What is mrud? That is Kalatrayanuga. Mrud, the mud is what? I think mrud is feminine, I think. Kalatrayanuga, possibly. Mrud is feminine gender, possibly. So, the mud is what? Existent in three periods of time means what? Before the pot was produced, mud was there. When the pot is there, mud continues to be there. Pot is broken, still mud continues. So therefore, this mrud is what? Satya, like the sthanu. Then what is the status of this pot? Now that means having refuted the Tarkika Mata, he is now concluding what Vedanta has to say. Do you know what this pot is? Can you have the pot without the mud? No. Can you have the pot without the form of the pot? No, equally no. Without the form, how can it be pot there? It will be what? Mud. Come on, you want to bring the water and you have given me a lump of mud. Can you bring it? No. That form is required or not? Yes, the form also is required. The form is true or false? False. But that false form is required for you, for Vyavahara. At the same time, true Satya mud also is required, because without that mud, the pot will not be there. Therefore, according to Vedanta, the pot, mud pot, is combination of what? Satya, Mrit, Mithya, Akara, Akriti. That is what is the pot. So much of analysis had to be carried out. All that is required. Otherwise, no. You may say, but afterwards slowly doubt will come. When the doubt comes, I think it means, then you have to what? Run to internet, is it not? And you know what is internet, I have already told. So it will give you what, 1,000 versions both ways. because they themselves have no akkal. So that is what it is. Somebody said, what is this internet, bunternet or something? That shows, in spite of all this, the humanity is where it is, that's all. It's as if it appears as though such a great progress is made exactly where it is. Even rockets being sent here and there, finally where? What is the intention? What is the intention? This big nation, they said, what is that? What is that? What treaty it is? Nuclear. City Vithyasa. What is that? That means everybody said, we will keep the stock with us. That you don't question, okay? We will keep the America, that's all. We will keep the stock with us. But you fellows what? You get rid of it. Hypocrisy. This is all hypocrisy. Who say peace, peace, peace. In hand what are there? Bombs are there. This is all hypocrisy. What for all this thing? I think some research is going on to supersede all this. Something is there, but it has not yet succeeded in America. They are chup because it has not succeeded. That's all. That's all. And it is going to create a very big that ecological imbalance also as such. This it has got such a very devastating effect as such. What for all? To have the supremacy over the other. In olden days also, village folks also used to fight. For what? Having the supremacy there. What progress is there? It was science, 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 science. And what is that? Same thing. The only other scene has changed. Man has not progressed. Internet also is what? Information. That is there all in the world only. Only thing you have been brought at the tip of your finger. But you are where you are. You are not wiser than what it is. Same confusion will, not same confusion, more confusion. Because earlier, ignorance was bliss. Now what has happened? Everything had, they say, ekanta, no? In spiritual listening, you need ekanta. With one telephone in the, you may be where? In the Kailasa, Manasa, one telephone in the hut, maybe kutia. Okay, no, not modern name. Ashram hai na, bada sadhu hai na, ashram hai, ashram mein kutia hai, kutia mein kya hai? One telephone hai, whole world, ekantavasa. STDs are always there, and ekantavasa. So this is what is happening as a modern. So sadhus also are becoming modern. What is meant by modern? There is nothing, the basis is not there at all. Anyway, that's fine. So that is, now this is what the pot is. Without the mud, the pot cannot be. Without the form, equally the pot cannot be. Mere mud you can't use at the pot. If you want to have the water, drink the water, you should have the shape, akara. And that shape cannot be without the mud. So therefore he says, This is Vedanta has to say. It is being concluded. This is what the pot is. What is that pot? Satyanrute cha mithuni krutya kumbhaha iti iryate. So, mithuni krutya, joining, blending, combining, uniting. So, blending, uniting, joining, what? Satyanrute, Satyam and Anrutam. The true, what is Satyam here? Mud. Anrutam false, what is that? Akruti, Akara. Both blending together, we call it what? Kumbhaha iti iryate. So it is called as a pot. Kumbha is ghata. So therefore now this is proved. Mud is Satya and sample analysis, okay? The sample is this way. Pot is pot. But this guy, Tarkika, you can't get away from him so easily because he has got, brain he has got. So he from a different angle he says, no sir, you are not right. Because what? There is distinction between mud and the pot. They are different. Why? 3 reasons can be given. What are those? Let us see. First line is the again argument by Pura Paksha Tarkika. Second line gives the answer. Shabda pratyaya karyani santi mrudghatayo pruthak. Sthanau chore cha drishtani pruthak tani tathatra cha. Correct. Chaure at chore. मृद्घटयोः पृथक् शब्द प्रत्यय कार्याणि सन्ति. शब्द प्रत्यय कार्याणि सन्ति. तानि स्थानौ चोरे च पृथक् दृष्टानि. तथा अत्र च. तथा अत्र च. The contention is like this. See, mrud, mud and ghata pot are different. Why? 3 reasons are being given. What are those? Mrud ghatayoho, locative dual. In the mud and the pot, these are pruthak, different, distinct. What are pruthak? Shabda, one. Pratyaya, second one. Karya, third. What is you mean by Shabda, Pratyaya, Karya? Shabda is Vachaka Shabda, the name. See, look. Mrud, mud, ghata, pot are the same words or different words? Are they not different? You say mud and you say pot. They are different. Shabda bheda is there or not? They are not one and the same. Pratyaya, cognition. When I say mud, you have got some understanding or not? What is mud? Cognition is there. When I say pot, you have got some cognition. Is it one and the same? It's not there. So that's why that is cognition. That is what pratyaya. So means Shabda Janita Pratyaya. When that word mud is uttered, what cognition you get? When the word pot is uttered, what cognition you get? That is different or not? You don't have the same thing. So when you say pot, you don't see the mud, the cognition doesn't come. Pratyaya are different. Means Shabda Janita Pratyaya also differ. Then Karya, the functions, utility, the purpose. So how is that? So that is pot you can use for bringing the water, storing something. Can you do that with mud? With mud, what you can do some other things also. No? You can, that is what, make in the olden days mud walls were there. Right? Mud dams also are there. So like this, so the that is the karya, the function or utility of the mud is different from the pot. When these three distinctions are there, word, cognition and function, how do you say both are one and the same? Mud and the pot are different. So from different angle he was to establish that mud is different from the pot. He says that is not the criterion at all. Ask him first. Do you take the sthanu and chora one and the same or different? Post and the thief, do you take one as the same as different? Different. Do you agree? No? They are also shabda, pratyaya, karya, pruthatva is there. So, only because these words are different, cognitions are different and functions are different, doesn't mean they are one. That is they are different. So, that's why I say, he answer, second line is answer, tani, those three. What are those three? Shabda, pratyaya, karyani, tani, sthanau, chorecha. In the sthanu, the post, and also the chora, the thief. What are they? Pruthak drishtani. They are seen to be different. Is it not? Post, one word. Thief, other word. Now this word post, what cognition it gives you? At the wayside, post, etc. And thief, also it gives pratyaya different. Function, maybe it may be a telephone pole. Just a wire, electric wire pole. So it may be. Thief, be careful. So therefore, that's what? Function is different. So therefore, yet, when in a post, a adhyastha superimposed thief is seen, that thief, which not other thief, okay? Superimposed thief and post, both are one and the same. Though shabda pratyaya karya different. That's all. So tatha, in the same manner, atra means ghati. What? Cha stands for drishtani. Means pruthak drishtani. In the case of mrud and ghata, what happened? Shabda, pratyaya, karya are seen to be distinct. That doesn't mean they are different. One is satya, other is anruta, one is true, other is false. Both combined becomes the pot. Now, in both the satya, the material cause, mud, and anruta, the effect, the pot, these vyavaharas, though are different, a viveki focuses the attention on satya. Because the useful thing is what? Satya. Useful things from what standpoint? See, look, what is the purpose of Vedanta? To know that final reality which happens to be our true nature, and if it is discovered, what happens? Freedom from sorrow, discovery of nothing but limitless anand. That's what is the solution to this limited existence called as samsara. This is something declared by Upanishad, supported by reasoning, verified by all these great masters. Not only because Shruti, Upanishads have said we don't accept. It should be also given to reasoning. Not only it may be given to reasoning, but it is not practical or it is not verifiable. That also is a problem. No. So that three touchstones serve as the criteria. Shruti, Yukti and Vidvat Anubhava. Shruti, Yukti, Vidvat Anubhava. So that is what. So therefore, that is first to begin with, Shraddha must be there. Who has said this? Upanishads have said. From Vedas, it can't go wrong. But is it reasonable? Yes. Reasonable means like this. Mrudeva Satyam, etc., etc. Vacharambano vikaro nama. There is a reasoning only, just like which can be extended in terms of such analysis. Finally verified by the great master. So therefore it is something to be taken to. So now here says, so these two types of dealings with the mud and the pot, though differ, the Viveki will concentrate on what? The reality. Because that is useful. Why? We should find the reality behind us, the individual, the Jagat and the Ishvara. Dvividha vyavaharasya sadbhavepi vivekinaha satyaya mrudi tatparyam nandrute sti ghatadike. Correct it. It is not nandruto, not to, but te. Only that one vertical line you can remove that. So, nandrut na andrute asti ghatadike, not andruto. Anvaya. Vividha vyavaharasya sadbhave api vivekinaha tatparyam satyayam mrudi asti. Satyayam mrudi asti. Add kintu andrute ghatadike na. Andrute ghatadike na. Na, that asti follows. Dvividha vyavaharasya sadbhave api. Even though with reference to cause the mud, effect the pot, two types of vyavaharas are there. Two types of dealings are there. So means mrud as one vyavahara, that is satya. Ghata as another vyavahara, which is andruta. Means, what is vyavahara? Certain dealings, functions, etc. Names, functions, cognitions, all this vyavahara. Now, the vyavahara centered around karana, the cause, the mud, is one vyavahara. Vyavahara centered around the karya, the pot, is different. Two vyavaharas are there or not? Sadbhavepi, even though vividha vyavahars like this. Mruditi vyavaharaha satyaha ghataha iti vyavaharaha tu andrutaha. Means the karanashrita vyavahara is distinct from karyashrita vyavahara. So this, even though this is that is what these two vyavaharas there. Sadbhavepi, even these two types of dealings are there. Vivekinaha, for a viveki, is tatparyam. Tatparyam means emphasis or purpose or intention of the speaker. Here it has to be taken as the emphasis or the purpose of a viveki. Where is it? Tatparyam. Satyayam mrudi is wherein? Only in Satya, the true mud only, and not the other way. Mrudi asti. Mrudi asti. It is in Satya, mud only, whereas andrute ghatadike nasti kintu. Kintu, whereas, kintu to be added, asti kintu andrute ghatadike na asti. Whereas it is not there. His emphasis, Viveki's emphasis or purpose is not in andruta, the false pot, etc. One thing should be clear here. Viveki, in which context? In the context of ascertaining the truth. Suppose this Viveki wants to carry water What will he get? Mud, because his emphasis where on the mud cause, no. He will take the pot only. So therefore Sandarbha you have to see. What is the Sandarbha? Ascertainment or the finding of the truth from that standpoint. Okay, why? So, no, look here. This is not for just passing the time. No, Bombay, you have nothing else to do. Come here, Mahabaleshwar, and what some discussion, so that little intellectual click you get, kick you get. Not that way. Final purpose is what? To ascertain the Sat, Brahma Swarupa, Atma Swarupa, free from samsara, for which we have to go step by step. So, mud pot example is being given. Suppose some computer example is given, what will happen? It will not be easily understood. This is a simple example that was available. That's why Rajju, Sarpa, Ghata, Vrud, Ghata, Pata, distinction. Like that, these are simple things are used there. So that's what is being done. So the context is ascertainment of the truth. So therefore Viveki focuses the attention. Tatparya means focus the attention on what? The Sat and not the Amrita Ghata. For which illustration is given. A Viveki always goes after that is which is useful, not useless. For that illustration will be given. Om Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayanta Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahisha Go Brahmanebhino Bhavantu Kale Varshatu Parjanya Prithivi Sasya Shalini Deshoyam Shobharahita Brahmana Santu Nirbhaya Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om